Mega warning signals are potentially flashing here on both the Bitcoin and Ethereum charts. Is the cryptocurrency market potentially setting up for an absolutely catastrophic decline deep down into the crypto abyss? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we are going to look at the technical analysis here on the price chart. We are also going to look at the Google Trends data, the crypto fear and greed index, and my friends, this absolutely shocking data to come out of Glassnode. Jam-packed stream here today, folks. Strap yourselves in. It's going to be one heck of a ride. So let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame on the Bitcoin price chart. But of course, before we begin, if you could, smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. And if you are brand new, well, hey, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you do not miss any more of these very important crypto analyses. Now, here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, not much has changed over the last 24 hours. We are still seeing this foghorn pattern formation developing here. We are still essentially right at the upper line of resistance, which, if broken through, we could possibly see an extrapolated measured move of the pattern formation, taking our line here from the widest part of the last two touch points of the formation. We are going to drag this up here to the potential breakout point of the formation. And this, my friends, would give us a target up roughly in the $50,000 vicinity. Now, I wouldn't put too much weight on that there, folks. For me right now, the trend is absolutely overextended. I mean, we've been overextended for quite some time. For me right now, I'm not really looking at this in terms of where the target could be. I'm looking at this more so in terms of, is this structure forming a bearish posture, or is this structure looking to just bullishly break out? Because I think if we do wind up breaking out of this structure, the target could definitely be more than 50,000. It also could be a little bit less, because, and why do I say that? It's purely because right now, my friends, I do believe we are fair game at any time, any given moment for a savage correction. Okay. And that's not me being bearish, right? That, oh, Kirby, you just don't like Bitcoin. No, my friend, we are so overextended that right now there is, in my opinion, such a heightened risk with long positions up here that, you know, in terms of looking for patterns and stuff, you know, I'm just more so looking for the momentum. Did it break up? Then wonderful, right? The target could even be up towards the $62,000 region of the old macro market cycle Fibonacci extension target, right? From our last roughly 20K top to our roughly 3K bottom. That gives us a bullish potential Fibonacci extension target on the logarithmic scale up at about 62,000 USD. Savage, heinous, borderline ludicrous, if you do in fact ask me. But it is what it is, and it's up there, right? So, you know, take the extrapolation with a grain of salt, because if we do break through there, I certainly think it's possible that the algorithms could target that $62,000 range. But we have to snap back to reality here, folks. Take a deep breath, remain cool, calm, and collected, and prepare to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. Let's get this crypto back to reality here now. Let's say that this does just break down. Okay, that the resistance holds here and we do see a rejection. Well, simply put, the target for the Dawn here is just this upward sloping line of potential support. We do actually have a few touch points here, right? Peak, resistance, support. So basically, if we drop, it's anywhere along this trend line, wherever that may be, right? We don't know exactly where along the trend line it would fall to. If it fell now, it could be lower. If it takes some time to consolidate and drops, it could be higher. But right now, you know, just for a hypothetical type of range, I mean, right now, if we saw a drop something like a flash whale dump, we are looking on my chart here at about a $33,000 to $32,000 area of potential support to come in, which would be about a roughly 20% decline to the downside right now at the time of recording. Let's get this crypto. So, I mean, from that front, my friends, that's the micro perspective for me right now. We're about to go way deep here on the macro, but on the micro, trading conditions right now are insane. Very, very difficult for swing trading opportunity right now in this range, in my opinion, just due to the heightened risk of both types of trades. Long trade, very risky, right? Short trade, very risky as well, right? It's like standing in front of a train that just keeps rolling. And also, if you're going long, it's like boarding a train that is potentially ready to derail itself at any given moment. You see what I'm saying, right? Let's get this crypto. Now, let's get right into the Google trend data. So here we are. I used to look at this a lot back in the day. And basically, just to sum it up for any of you that are not subscribed, and if you're not already, subscribe so you do not miss any more of these analyses. Basically, back here in September-ish, right, October-ish, around then, the Don was on here on this stream saying, ladies and gentlemen, this may be a contrarian indicator here showing how we really haven't gone much lower than an 8 or a 9 on the Google trend data since our bubble pop back in 2017. So from that perspective, I think the lowest here was a 7, right? So toggling between a 7 and an 8 and a 9, that's really put in the speculative floor many, many times that, I guess looking back in hindsight, there just really aren't many sellers left at these points when the search interest is so low. And what do you know, my friends? Ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan, like clockwork. Right there, the bottom was stuck in again, okay? Right now, we are seeing a parabolic rise. All right, so right now, we need to look at this. I mean, obviously, the points for potential bullish accumulation in the single-digit range below a 10, that's long gone. We right now, currently, at the time of recording, are at a 66. All right, we haven't been this high up since our run back in 2017. Now, this is a little startling. We should all know what happened in December of 2017 when we put in our relative all-time high on the Google Trends data. Just in case you've been living under a rock, that was our absolute bubble pop from 20K down to roughly 3K. All right. Now, if we go back over here, there we go. We could see that our next large run there was in June of 2019. And now, if you're unfamiliar once again, that was right here, folks, our next market cycle high. Okay, that then popped down into the 3K range once again. So this is a little bit worrying for me as, I mean, in hindsight here, the best points of accumulation, there have been several times over the past few years. Not really from a trading perspective. It's different. Swing trading is different than holding and accumulating and all of that. From a bullish accumulation standpoint, down in the single digits has just been the best opportunity time and time and time again. It's contrarian, right? It's actually been contrarian. That the worse, rather the less search volume there's been, the better time to accumulate. And I purely am chalking this up that when there's such a lack of interest, I mean, I guess that the bottom has usually been in, right? And that makes sense in terms of the market cycle Wall Street cheat sheet, which we will take a look at in just a bit. I will just pull this up here so you have context of what I'm talking about. We'll look at that in just a little bit. But now let's look at Ethereum, okay? We are currently at an all-time high. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up, folks, okay? And I want to just briefly look here, okay? Look back there. Just keep these dates in mind, okay? June 2017 and December 2017, okay? The last two maximum highs, okay? So let's go back there into June. We'll go over to the Ethereum chart briefly here. Okay, and we will go over here to June. Now, my friends, this is savage. I mean, here on this chart, this is way overdue. There was way over extended. There was a crazy flash dump back in the day, if I remember correctly there. But excluding that massive wick, just notice this move here, okay? And if we actually take our price range tool and drop it, Ethereum saw roughly a 70% correction to the downside at that point in the Google Trends data where we saw our first massive run. 70%. Sure, we did climb drastically after that. But you have to understand that if you joined the market and none of this data existed over here, and it was just this parabolic run and a 70% decline, look, if we take the logarithmic scale off, 70% decline, folks, right? Just imagine that none of this existed over here, right? None of that exists. This right there was absolutely gut-wrenching, brutal price action, okay? And then, of course, the other all-time high was this one right here, okay? And we saw that dump down roughly over 90% to the downside. Sickening, okay? So if we go back here now to the Ethereum Google Trends data, worldwide data, past 5 years, right now we are at a new all-time high, okay? This doesn't mean that we have to crash or anything like that. I'm just stating, hey, things are certainly looking frothy here from a historical standpoint, right? Now, of course, past performance does not indicate future results. I'm just saying, folks, this is one of the mega signals we're talking about here, right? Let's get this crypto. And if you see what I'm talking about and you think this is realistic and not fear, uncertainty, and doubt, as these moon boys like to accuse the Don, right? Wag their finger at the Don. You, Don, you're always posting. Well, yeah, I'm posting this because this is what the data is showing me, Stunad. This is what we have to look at. This is it. Okay, now let's move along here. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, all right? Another shocking piece of data here. But of course, my friends, if you are appreciating thus far, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. And if you are brand new, well, hey, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you do not miss any more of these very important crypto analyses. Welcome to the channel. Now, Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we are at a 94 out of 100, my friends. You can't make this stuff up. You see where we're at. Right now, the last time that we were this high on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index was back in June of 2019. Just to refresh your memory here, folks, we will go back to the Bitcoin chart briefly just to pull up what happened in June of 2019. And that there, my friends, was the great debacle from $14,000 down into the $3,000 range. Now, if we go back to this here, this is startling to me, folks, where we are at right now. Even something like this, right, that we saw here led to a catastrophic dump. Something like this, catastrophic dump. This is frothy. I mean, it doesn't have to mean much, right? I get it. This could continue overextended for a long time. It's similar to the RSI, right? If the greed is there, right? If the just sheer and utter delusional euphoria is there from a bullish standpoint, this could continue for quite some time. I'm just saying, again, this is a critical warning signal here, in my opinion. It doesn't mean that it has to drop tomorrow, okay? It doesn't mean that. I'm just stating that overall, the market conditions right now seem very ripe for a potential correction of a great magnitude, in my opinion. That's the way I'm going to put it, okay? Now, a great way that somebody left a comment for me yesterday and talked about it. They said, listen, there's a difference between being bearish and being bullish, but understanding that, you can't be a pig here, right? You can't be, somebody that just thinks that this is going to go up in a straight line forever, right? Just because I'm pointing out historic warning signs across all these charts, which to me are valid. Please leave me a comment and say, yes, Kirby, it's valid. It's very, for people to just see what I'm showing here and think that this is not valid. I mean, this is historic data that we're looking at and comparing to the current day. Sure, it doesn't have to mean anything. I get it, right? But, history tends to at least act in a closely similar way sometimes, right? What we're looking for in technical analysis is to see how traders have reacted in the past, to show how they could potentially act in a similar fashion in the future. That's all technical analysis is. There is no crystal ball, right? Just the same as right now, if I were to say to these moon boys, right, that if we drop, that this looks like a spot where the bulls could come in, right? Why? Because in the past, we've seen that buyers and sellers have liked this range here, right? But then if it goes right through, you, Kirby, you said, no, little James, there's just no crystal ball. No one knows exactly what's going to happen. We're looking for perceived edges. Just because this could be support does not mean it has to be support. You understand? Let's get this crypto. Sheesh. The Don is fed up with these moonboy delusional people, to put it nicely. Let's get this crypto. So now let's move along here to this information coming out of Glassnode. Now, I showed this on yesterday's stream, and wow, folks, this is their data showing Bitcoin's net unrealized profit / loss, the NUPL. Basically, in my opinion, it's very similar to the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle, right? And what they're looking for here are areas where this data becomes too frothy. The blue there is the euphoria and greed stage, and that is where we've seen the most catastrophic Bitcoin bubble pops of all time. The green, however, right, is where we've seen, very close to the top price action. Like the top is almost in, put it that way, at least historically. And right now, we are in the green once again, okay? Very concerning to me here, as we could see the green area here, going all the way back to Bitcoin's inception. This chart goes all the way back, into 2011 here, 2010, looks like. The thing is, the green has historically, in terms of, short-term market cycles and their potential to be near a top rather than close to a bottom, the green has not been a great area for the shorter term perspective, right? The last time we were in the green, was back in 2017, early 2018 before we popped, right? Then again, we were in the green back in June of 2019 before we popped from 14,000 down into the 3,000s. Right now, we are in this green once again. Let me know. Again, this is not, I don't even like that I have to keep saying it like this. It's just there's so many new people in the market that are essentially offended that I'm showing this. My friends, it is what it is. Again, please, if you see this as valid, crucial information, please leave me a comment and a thumbs up and say, Kirby, yes, it's valid. So you come to your own conclusions on that, folks, right? Generally, market psychology looks something like this. Whether it's a long-term market cycle or a short-term market cycle, they generally look like this. Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle. And basically, this data from Glassnode is showing, using real hard Bitcoin data, trying to visualize essentially this psychology using the data into their own chart here. That's at least how I interpret it, okay? And right now we are in the green zone here. Historically, that's not been favorable for Bitcoin in the short to medium term. Let's get this crypto. Okay, now I am going to show you one more bonus piece of data here, folks. Okay, one more bonus piece. But by now, you've probably realized that this is the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you're ever going to find. So once more, I ask you for this. Just a thumbs up if you appreciate this. Leave a comment, say that this stuff is valid. Kirby, I enjoyed your analysis. Thank you. Anything. Thank you for that. And if you're brand new, welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you do not miss any more of these very important crypto analyses. Okay, welcome to the channel. Now, let's look at this one last indicator. And of course here, folks, before I forget to mention, if you do want to see all of my personal trade setup ideas, entry ideas, strategy ideas, everything like that, my friends, as the Don strategizes around the clock to potentially crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can and get this crypto, I post all of that for you exclusively in VIP. Like I said right now, this is a very challenging spot in the trend to trade. Right now, I'm just taking a wait and watch approach, remaining cool, calm, collected, preparing to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. I'm not trying to make irrational decisions right now. I'm trying to just remain relaxed and look at this, from a very realistical standpoint. So right now I am just strategizing for my next potential trade setup. And if you do want to see all of that type of information from me, well, that's what you get in VIP. So I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. If you are interested in that, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Now, here we are with the last and final bonus indicator. And that, my friends, is the NVT. I also showed this on yesterday's stream. If you're not subscribed already, well, this is the type of information you get here on this channel. The NVT right now is at its highest reading ever in Bitcoin's history. This is the network value to transactions indicator. Basically, I mean, you could see it very visually. What it's looking for here are potential frothy points in the trend where a dump could potentially be imminent at any given moment. And this thing has been scary accurate. Of course, once more, past performance does not indicate future results. But my friends, this thing has been scary accurate, and I'm just mixing it into the pot here with all of the other potential mega warning signals that I've shown you here on today's stream. Okay. And I just want you to be well aware that right now the NVT is red. Okay. And it could, play out how it has in the past. It does not have to, but once again, we are observing the past actions of traders to speculate upon how they could potentially react here in the future once again. All right, so just keep that on your radar as well. We are red on the NVT. And you know what? We'll toss in another bonus one as I have it pulled up here, the weekly RSI. I mean, look at this, my friends. Absolutely overextended into the same area that we've seen absolutely catastrophic pops in the past once more. I mean, look, they coincide almost directly here with the areas that I just outlined on the other trend, or on the other indicator there on the NVT, right? You see. So right now, just keep a level-headed approach, my friends. I do really appreciate you guys here. Like I said, I mean, let me know. I think that this is all very valid to look at. I'm not trying to promote fear, uncertainty, or doubt or anything like that. I'm just trying to be a beacon of light here in a sea of euphoria. I mean, again, my friends, there's nothing wrong with a lot of these other channels and analysts. They post great information, high quality entertainment, high quality education. It's just that there is a ton of euphoria here, right? I see a ton of Landbro genies, right? I see a bunch of little Jameses. I'm going to get my Ferrari, little James. A Ferrari, right? Maybe listen to the Foo Fighters, get some Chinese food, a little egg foo, young. Ferrari, little James. Sheesh. So, my friends, I am going to leave you there on that note. I am going to get back to my VIPs right now. If I do see something here, folks, I am just awaiting for a trade setup to present itself to me, as I like to look for high reward and low risk trade setups. Right now, everything's a little high risk to me here, both up and down in terms of a new position. So I am just going to remain cool, calm, and collected, preparing to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. When I see the opportunity arise, well, I will be looking to share my thoughts with you all in VIP. So I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. And one last time, my friends, I know you have by now, but if you haven't, just one last time, that thumbs up, so greatly appreciated. Don't forget to leave a comment. Is this valid? Do you think this is irrational? Just let me know. Let me know. It makes me happy for you to let me know. Okay, thank you. Leave a comment. And if you're brand new, welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you do not miss any more of these very important crypto analyses. On that note, my friends, have a fantastic rest of your day or evening, wherever you are at in this world. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.
The material in this video has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any viewer. This video is presented solely for informational and entertainment purposes and is not to be construed as a recommendation, solicitation, or an offer to buy or sell any securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, or any related financial instruments, nor should any of its content be taken as investment advice. Crypto Kirby is not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are completely speculative opinions and do not guarantee any specific result or profit. Trading and investing is extremely high risk and can result in the loss of all of your capital. Any opinions expressed in this video are subject to change without notice. Crypto Kirby is not under any obligation to update or keep current the information contained herein. Crypto Kirby may have an interest in the securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and or derivatives of any entities referred to in this material. Crypto Kirby accepts no liability whatsoever for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of the use of all or any part of this material. Crypto Kirby recommends that you consult with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Thank you for watching and have a great day.